Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're testing out Revolution Pro. So this one I'm really excited for because I absolutely love Makeup Revolution. I think they're such a great drugstore brand. So yeah, I've got a bunch of their new stuff to test out today. So they've actually launched like everything in a makeup collection. You know, they have launched face products, they've launched eye products, brow products, what else, lip products. They've launched like everything. I'm not sure actually if they've got bronzers, because if they did have bronzers I would have picked one up because I love bronzers. But yeah, I don't think I've seen a bronzer unless it came in one of the palettes that they have. But anyway, they have launched like an entire makeup kind of collection. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'll quickly run through a few of the things that I'll be testing out today. So I've got their full coverage Camouflage foundation, so that's what that looks like there. And I also have the full coverage Camouflage concealer, so that's what that one looks like there. So yeah, looking forward to them because they say they are full coverage. I also have a bunch of their Pro Supreme matte lip paints, so I'll be testing these out and I will be swatching them all for you. And then I've also got their Glisten Here pressed glitters, so these look amazing. I cannot wait to try these. And then I also have this setting spray here, which is their Supreme Hold, oh no, this is the Supreme Matte finishing spray. I wanted the Supreme Hold one, but I've got the Supreme Matte one. Ugh. I don't have very oily skin, so I don't know how this is going to go, but I will try it out today just to see how the mist and everything, you know, sprays. So yeah, I have that as well. Okay, so let's start off with the base makeup first, and I'm going to try the full coverage Camouflage foundation. This one is in the shade F4, so I don't know how this will go on my skin. I don't know if it'll be too light or it'll be too dark, but we're just going to go with it and see how it turns out. So it doesn't give us any more information on the back of the tube apart from, you know, where it says full cover Camouflage foundation. So we're just going to apply this to our face. So this one's like a little squeezy tube. Okay, so the colour match looks not too bad. It's kind of like my natural skin tone, like without any tan on. So that's good. So I don't know how much of this I should be applying because it does say that it's full coverage. So I'm just going to apply this much and blend it in with my brush. This is my Morphe Y7 brush. So I'm just going to blend this side first and just to see the difference. So I'm using a brush because I prefer, you know, the finish of a brush rather than a sponge. So my god, the coverage is great so far. Like, it's covering everything. So I don't have any primer or anything on underneath. I've just got my moisturiser on, which is the L'Oreal Hydrogenist, but I've got nothing else on underneath it. So the coverage is looking great. Like, look how much that's covered my redness there. That is incredible. Okay, so that is covered really, really well. Like, that has literally covered all my redness. It really is like a full coverage foundation, and it doesn't feel like thick or anything, which is great. It's very kind of lightweight. So like, this is the coverage here on this side. Like, that looks absolutely amazing, you know, compared to this side. You can see like redness, you know, on my cheeks and here and on my forehead there, but you can't see any of that on this side, which is amazing. So the coverage is like spot on. So it looks like it has a kind of matte finish to it, you know, it's not like a glowy foundation at all. Yeah, it looks more matte. It's not emphasising any of my texture actually. If anything, it's kind of hiding it, which is really, really good. So yeah, I'm really loving this. So I'm just going to go in and blend in this side now. Okay, so this is how we're looking with it all blended in. It's the perfect match for my skin tone. Like, it is a little bit light, but as you can see, it is basically the perfect match for my skin tone. But yeah, the coverage is amazing. It's really kind of full coverage. It covers everything. Like, it's covered all my redness, which is great. Like, with quite a lot of foundations, my redness still peeks through on my cheeks, but this one has literally covered it all. Like, you can't even see that, which is amazing. Yeah, it feels great in the skin. It feels lightweight. It doesn't feel too sticky or too tacky. I think it's still kind of drying down, you know. It does have a little bit of, you know, wetness to it just now, but that's obviously just drying down. It does look more kind of matte, you know, like a not a flat matte, but more like a kind of satin matte, which is good. So yeah, I'm really loving how the foundation is looking on my skin, and it's actually covered quite a bit of like kind of darkness under my eyes as well, which is great. But we're going to go in with concealer anyway. Okay guys, I've just moved a little bit closer. Now we're going to go on to concealer, and I'm going to use the Full Cover Camouflage Concealer. So this is the shade C1, which I believe is the lightest shade. So again with this one, it's a little squeezy tube. So what I'm going to do is actually apply this onto the back of my hand and use my finger to dab it onto my under eye area and then blend with a little brush. So I'm just applying it in a slight kind of V shape, which I normally do with my other concealers. So I'll apply that much just now. Now I'm just going to take my Morphe E8 and blend this in. Okay, so as you can see, this is really covered and also brightened, you know, my under eye area. So I'm just going to diffuse it a little bit because it's a bit too bright. I'm just going to diffuse that with my foundation brush. It's covered amazingly, like it really, yeah, it really is like full coverage. Now again, with the other side, I'm just going to apply a little bit on my hand here. You literally need a little pea size amount of this because it goes a long way. Okay guys, this is how the concealer is looking blended in. I just applied a little bit on my forehead and my chin just to give a little bit of dimension there. But yeah, I probably didn't really need that, to be honest. But anyway, this is how the under eye area is looking. Yeah, I feel like I want to actually set this down a little bit. It feels a little bit, it's not like tacky, but it feels like a little bit more kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's not tacky, but it's not like dry either. It's really hard to describe how this concealer feels, but I feel like I do want to set it just a little bit. It is looking really good though, like there's no cracking or creasing, especially under the eye area. But I'm just going to set it down a little bit, and I'm just going to use this Rimmel Match Perfection loose powder. There is actually a loose translucent setting powder in the collection, you know, that they brought out in the Revolution Pro range, but I didn't pick that up. Okay, so far that foundation and concealer are looking good. Now I'm just going to move on to bronzing and contouring. So I don't have any products, you know, from the Pro range, but I do have this Makeup Revolution, what's this called again? Renaissance Glow. I've been loving this the past month. Like, again, it's just amazing. So this is what it looks like inside here. Okay guys, so I feel like I need to warm up, you know, my complexion a bit more. So I'm going to take the Urban Decay Beached Bronzer in the shade Bronze. That's what it looks like there. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera, and then I'll come back and do my eyes. Okay guys, so we're going to move on to eyes, and I'm going to use these, which are the Glisten Here pressed glitters. Like, how amazing do these look? These look absolutely stunning. So first of all, I'm going to just apply, you know, like a transition shade, and I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Iconic Pro palette. So that's the Pro 1 palette. This is what it looks like here. That's what it looks like inside. So yeah. Now I'm going to pick up the shade Must, which is this one here. This shade right here. So I'm going to pick that up on my, what's this brush? Morphe R37 brush. I'm just going to apply this right into my crease. Okay, we're going to pick up the shade Fade. This is like a mauvey kind of shade. I'm going to apply that more precisely into my crease. I'm going to use my Morphe R39 brush. And then from outer corner I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this afflicted shade here, which is like a kind of deep plummy shade. I'm just picking it up on my Real Techniques, this is called Base Shadow Brush. I'm going to press it to my outer corner. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the pressed glitters. And do these have names? Do these have names? Oh yes, genius, these actually have names on the back. Like, that is amazing. I love when, you know, like these individual shadows have names on the back of them. So yeah, I'm going to go with these two little kind of pinky shades today. So I'm going to use the shade Emit and Twinkle. So it says these pressed glitters are best to apply with a primer or kind of base underneath. So I applied a little bit of the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I picked up a little bit of the pressed glitter and tried it on my hand, and that is what it looks like there. So I'm actually going to apply a little bit of this on my lid just now. Okay, so I'm first going to use the shade Emit. I'm just going to apply that with my finger, kind of like to the outer part of my eye and in, if that makes any sense. Wow, that's actually really pretty. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. It's really pretty, it's nice and glittery. Okay guys, so this is how it's looking so far. I've still got to go in and, you know, tidy it all up and everything like that, and then apply my other shade in the inner corner there. But I just wanted to show you how it's applying just with that kind of primer potion, and it's applying really nicely. Like, I don't think these would apply without any kind of base underneath, any kind of primer or even glue underneath. So I'm just going to do this bit off camera so that I can go right down close into a mirror and make sure it's all nice and tidy, and then I'll come back and do the other little shade in a minute. Okay guys, I'm now just going to take the shade Twinkle. I'm just going to apply that into my inner corner. I'm just going to use this little brush here that I used to apply the primer. And like, even though I'm applying this after I've done my base, you can see there isn't that much, you know, fallout, which is really surprising, you know, for a glitter. Like, usually glitters go everywhere. Okay, so that's the best I'm going to get my eyes today, because I don't want to mess up the rest of my makeup. So as you can see, like, these are so pretty. They're really glittery, they really stick nicely to the eyes, especially with the primer, and as you can see, like, they really make your eyes pop. So yeah, loving this. Now what I'm just going to do is apply a little bit of liner and mascara, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I finished up my eyes, and now we're going to spray the setting mist. So this is the Supreme Matte Setting Mist. So although I don't have oily skin and I don't really get that oily throughout the day, I'm going to spray this just for the purpose of this video, you know, to see if it has like a nice fine mist and spray. So yeah, I'm going to try this. So this actually sprayed really nice on my face, you know. I feel like it's very kind of hydrating, and the mist was nice and fine, you know. I don't have any of those kind of water droplets, you know, because sometimes with setting mist and things like that, they can leave these little water droplets on your face. I need to sort of go over them to kind of pat them dry and things like that. But yeah, this one has applied to my face really nicely, you know. So yeah, so far so good. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the thing that I'd be most excited to try, and it is the Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigments. So yeah, this is what they look like here. I'm absolutely loving these. Like, the packaging is just absolutely stunning. So I have a few shades here that I'm excited to try, so I'm going to swatch all of these in the back of my hand. Let's start with the shade Semblance. So that's what that shade looks like there. It's a nice kind of mauvey shade. Next shade is Veil. So that's the shade Veil right there. It's a gorgeous natural nudie shade. And then the next shade is Charade. So that's what Charade looks like there. It's a gorgeous kind of pinky nude. Now these have a really cool applicator, you know, it's kind of flat on either side if you can see that there. So I don't really know what shade is going to go with this eye look, but you know what, I'm just really excited about these. So I'm just going to like swatch all of them on my lips. So let's start off with the shade Semblance. So that's the shade Semblance. Okay, and then this one is the shade Charade, and this is the shade Veil. Okay, so that's me swatched all of the Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigments. So they feel really comfortable even though they are like mattes, and they actually go on nice and like opaque. You know, you don't have to go in too much, you know, with the products. They are pretty opaque as you can see. Now I do think for this eye look the shade Semblance is actually best, but I might just apply a little bit of this on top, see if we can layer these. So let's apply a little bit of Semblance. So what I really like about these lip pigments is you don't really need to wear a lip liner underneath, you know, to outline your lips or anything like that. You can basically just apply these right onto your lips, and the actual applicator is really good because it's kind of slightly rounded, you know, at the tip there, so you can really kind of get right around your lips and basically outline them, you know, with the actual pigment. So yeah, I really do love these. They feel nice and comfortable, and I'm loving these shades. Like, there is a bunch of these available in the collection, but I did get 3 here, so yeah, I'm loving all these shades. So guys, that is it for my testing Revolution Pro makeup. I'll round up on my final thoughts on the products. You know, you probably already know my thoughts anyway, but let's just run through them quickly. So the foundation and concealer literally looks amazing like on my skin right now. Like, it hasn't caked up or cracked up, it hasn't oxidized either. It looks really good on the skin. You know, it's a matte kind of finish foundation. It doesn't emphasize my texture, and yeah, so far I'm really loving this. Like, I think it is great. So next time we tried were these pressed glitters, and I'm loving how these are looking. Like, how gorgeous are these on my eyes? Like, these are stunning, and the glitter really stuck to my eyes amazingly with that primer. So I do suggest use a primer with these, but like, they are just absolutely stunning, and like, I cannot wait to try these other colours out in the little set as well now. So yeah, loving these as well. And then the thing that I was most excited to try from this collection was their lip pigments. So these are just gorgeous. I love these. Like, the packaging is gorgeous, the shades are gorgeous, the formula is gorgeous, and yeah, I just absolutely love these. I think they're amazing. I love the applicator inside these as well. You know, it just really hugs the lips amazingly, and you don't really have to wear a lip liner with these. Like I said, you know, the applicator is quite curved at the edge, so it gets around your lips really nicely. So yeah, absolutely loving these. And then lastly, we tried the Supreme Matte Finishing Spray. So this of course is meant to keep you mattified all day. Right now, like, I'm looking pretty mattified, you know, I don't look shiny, I don't look oily, I don't look greasy, but I don't really have oily skin as it is. So yeah, I did want to try the Supreme Hold one of this, which is slightly different, but I ended up with the matte one. But anyway, this sprayed really nicely on the face. You know, it felt quite hydrating on the skin even though, and the spraying it's quite fine as well. Like, it's not like a big psh in your face sort of spritz. It actually just kind of finely sprays on the face, which I really like. So yeah, this I'm really liking so far as well. So guys, that rounds up this video. I really hope you liked and enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comment section what your favourite product was from this testing video, or what product you're most excited to try from the Revolution Pro range. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Remember to give it a big thumbs up if you really did love and enjoy it. Also, hit the subscribe button if you are brand new to my channel, and I'll speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye! Mwah.